In the tapestry of modern society, social networks have developed a colorful threads that connect collective experiences, altering the fabric of human connection. Social networks are online and mobile applications that help people interact, share information, and develop relationships. Individuals can establish connections with neighbors, relatives, friends, and those who share their interests. They can use platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest for either a social or business purpose. Among the most essential uses of the internet nowadays is social networking.
Magandang hapon, Pilipinas at buong mundo. Nay, tay, at mga kabusuhan, pahiram po ng 20 minutes ng inyong hapon. Ako po si Girl at welcome sa Fast Talk with Girl Agunda. Sa lahat po ng kasama natin sa Facebook at YouTube, welcome to the program. Ngayong hapon ay makakasama po tayo ng isang very special guest, ang Queen of All Media. Please welcome, Miss Chris Pipino.
Hi! Good afternoon.
Miss Chris, you look good today. It's been a long time since you guest here, ha? Kamusta naman ang Queen of All Media?
Thank you, Tita Girl. Actually, I feel especially loved today kaya blooming.
Sino naman kaya yan, Miss Chris?
Oh, secret! Anyway, I'm excited na for the fast talk.
Parang handang-handa ka today, ha? Okay, sige, let's begin the fast talk. Since social media usage is very prevalent nowadays, let me ask you some questions regarding this kind of issue. Are you aware of social networking sites addiction?
Very aware, Tita Girl.
Do you know someone who overspends their time on these platforms?
I remember so many people, halos lahat ng tao sa house, they are using social media almost every time. And even sa workplace, Tita Girl.
What do you think is the reason behind that?
I think I read it somewhere. It's because social media triggers overstimulation of the dopamine reward system sa mga utak natin. And they receive validation and pleasure, Tita Girl. And yung positive feelings na lead to endless scrolling, impulsivity, and the need for instant gratification. Kaya nililimit ko talaga yung mga kids ko pagdating dyan.
That's right. Next question. What do you think are the effects of this addiction?
Effects, I think nakaka-apekto siya sa productivity and focus, sa sleep quality rin, and nalalasan niya yung face-to-face interactions which impacts the relationships. Actually, may napanood akong documentary, Tita Girl, that social media addiction can also lead to stress and social comparison, cyberbullying, as well as the development of mental health conditions. Very scary talaga.
You're very knowledgeable. Yes. According to research from the University of Michigan, almost 210 million people worldwide suffer from addiction to social media platforms and the internet. Next, fast talk. Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram girly talaga ako. My son is more fond of TikTok.
Actually, up to 70% of teens and young adults are addicted to social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok.
OMG, I think I need to put restrictions on usage na talaga.
How many hours are you spending on these platforms each?
Pag walang taping or tambay lang sa house, mga 6 hours. And then there are so many entertaining contents, and I also use this to communicate with my family and friends kasi and with my secret.
I'm starting to get curious about that, ha? Next question. Did you know that the Philippines has consistently held the title of Social Media Capital of the World for 6 consecutive years?
Yes! On the news, ano gumagamit ang Filipinos ng approximately 102,054 of their lives na social media platforms, which is almost 12 years, Tita Girl.
You're really up to date with this issue. The next questions may be more personal since being one of the famous personalities in the media often face this cyberbullying.
OMG, Tita Girl, baka ma-high blood ako dyan na. Pero go.
This indeed may touch some personal parts of your life. Ano ang mga naranasan mo regarding this?
Actually, I encountered a lot sa mga comments on my post and so on. If it's about me, I didn't mind it naman eh. What concerns me is sometimes those people also attack my kids to trigger me, which is not very right, you know. So there are several false information na kumakalat about them, and unpleasant messages or like comments sa social media accounts. Gumagawin naman ng mga fake accounts to hide themselves dito, girl. Nakakaloka talaga.
What's your message to them and to the public regarding the issue?
What is very clear to me is that some people cannot stand the fact that despite all their efforts to bury me, I'm still standing. And my only message for them is just to leave my kids alone with the girl. Because cyberbullying can destroy someone's innocent life. And lalo sa mga youth as they are so vulnerable nowadays. And it's already 2024 people, like grow up. Nasusunod ako ng slide.
Educational institutions should establish policies to prevent and address bullying, including cyberbullying, under the Anti-Bullying Act of 2013. Presently, online harassment, libel, and identity theft are now crimes under the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012. Nandiyan na rin yung proposed Stop Bullying Act of 2022, House Bill 2886, which seeks to broaden the definition of bullying by extending the protection of anti-bullying laws to the workplace and the internet. Maraming salamat, Chris, for lending your time to the show. So proud of you for your great answers.
Thank you, tita girl.
Magandang hapon, Pilipinas at buong mundo, naitay at mga kabusuan. Salamat sa pagpapatuloy sa inyong mga tahanan. I am Girl, and this is Fast Talk with Boy Abunda. Be kind and make the digital world a better place.
Several people have been concerned regarding the increased cases of data breaching in the field of healthcare. According to the latest report, the National Privacy Commission noted unauthorized cases of patient information disclosure about 154 suspected and confirmed COVID-19 patients on social media platforms in the Philippines. These are caused by mishandling of information that health workers are strictly responsible for. Cases of patient information disclosure internationally include 540 organizations and 112 million individuals, as reported to the HHS Office for Civil Rights in 2023. These records of data breaches on patients' health records imply that regulation on patients' right to confidentiality protection still requires strict and disciplined supervision to minimize the violations towards patients in different institutions.
Presently, there are different laws established to protect patients' information from being known to the public. One of these is the Republic Act No. 10173 or the Data Privacy Act of 2012, which protects all forms of information, including patient-related information, to protect the fundamental human right of privacy of communication while ensuring free flow of information to promote innovation and growth. Another law that protects information regarding patients in different institutions is the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act of 1996, for which, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, there are national standards to protect patients' information that covered entities are responsible for. These mentioned covered entities are mainly healthcare providers eligible for handling and transmitting information in patients' health records.
Has been arrested in Bulacan for allegedly participating in an identity theft scheme, particularly using another person's identity to obtain employment as a licensed registered nurse and making false representations about healthcare issues, authorities said. The suspect was arrested by the authorities in an entrapment operation in response to the complaint of a nurse who claimed the suspect uses photograph and identity in his illegal activities online. The complainant told investigator that one of her family members had informed her about a Facebook post of an account with her name and identity posing as a private duty nurse who is looking for a job online. The suspect is being held on charge of a computer-related identity theft.
According to data from the Anti-Cybercrime Group in 2023, the ECG tallied 1,597 incidences of online identity theft nationwide. This number represents a 13.9 rise over the 1,402 occurrences reported in 2022, while Philippine National Police cyber identity theft case rose by about 14% in 2023. People across the world, not just in the Philippines, are very concerned about identity theft. Identity theft concerns have been widespread for a while, and in the last few years, the number of cases has increased drastically. 1.4 million of the 5.7 million fraud and identity theft reports that the Federal Trade Commissions received were identity theft instances. These 395,948 documented incidences, government documents, or benefit fraud is the most common kind of identity. Identity theft in the Philippines have been documented, underscoring the necessity for more robust security protocols. The National Privacy Commission rules on data protection guidelines and the use of two-factor authentication by social media platforms are example of local advancement.
Addressing misinformation is a significant challenge in the Philippines. Evident from data collected in the Presidential Communications Office, or PCO, recent study. Based on the findings, around 9 of 10 Filipinos are either victims of fake news or having a problem in their everyday interaction with information in media, with the youth as the most vulnerable one. Joining now is Director Shane De La Rosa of Trusted Information Organization. Good day, Director. When you hear about your statement regarding the issue of misinformation circulating among Filipinos on social media platforms?
This challenge has been particularly pronounced during significant events like the COVID-19 pandemic. A global survey revealed that many people encountered false information about the pandemic, underscoring the importance of combating misinformation on social media. Lalo nitong pandemic, misinformation has spread widely online, making it challenging for individuals to find accurate information about COVID-19 vaccines. This has led to confusion and uncertainty among individuals trying to make informed decisions about vaccination. Based na rin sa mga past surveys in recent years, like Pulse Asia, nearly half of Filipino adults rely on the internet for their political news, with Facebook being the primary source for 44% of them, while 10% prefer online news sites. Another survey by the social weather stations found that 51% of Filipinos struggle to identify fake news across various media platforms, and 69% perceive fake news as a serious problem in the media, with 58% viewing social media influencers, bloggers, and bloggers as the ones spreading false information. Yung pagdami ng ganitong information sa internet, including unreliable sources on websites and social media, has further complicated the task of distinguishing what's trustworthy. Public concern has increased, and health experts have faced difficulties in providing clear guidance. False beliefs make it even harder to combat misinformation and emphasize the importance of sharing accurate information. The proliferation of fake news and misinformation online has fueled societal discord and undermined trust in traditional information sources. In order to combat this, media literacy and fact-checking initiatives should be done by the public. Recently, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. joined forces with the PCO, DepEd, CHED, DSWD, and DILG to officially launch the MIL project. This initiative focuses on media literacy to combat misinformation and disinformation. And that's all. Thank you, Ms. Eugenio.
Thank you for your time. Once again, Director Shane De La Rosa of Trusted Information Organization. And that is the most recent news this afternoon.
Social networks present substantial challenges, such as striking a balance between safety and increased exposure to interpersonal interactions. there are substantial issues that need to be heard and investigated further, which leads to various reasons why it is a significant research topic. Learning more about this area of inquiry can assist students and future professionals in better understanding social patterns and the dynamics of online communities. A substantial percentage of the information offered in this study about social networks educates everyone on how these social networks impact social systems and behaviors in the digital age.